Alright guys, here to talk about Daredevil Season 3, Episode 3. This show is ramping up.
It's ramping up, yo.
I thought we hadn't had like a good Daredevil fight, this season until we had this with the FBI agents in the in the underground tunnel thing.
This whole fight had this thing hanging over it though of these are just FBI agents doing their job or whatever. And then luckily at the end they played a somber musical tone of ugh, and it was kind of okay. And he was I like him trying not to and he's stay down. The guy grabs his leg and he's ugh, and then has to beat his ass.
Only one guy really got it.
Yeah.
Where I'm oh, you're beating that man into a coma. Maybe stop beating that man into a coma.
No, but and we're gonna backfill now, right? Because that's when Fisk, out of focus Fisk. I'm such a big fan of this bullshit. Out of focus Fisk. That's it. Let the devil out. And he's in the back, fucking doing that shit.
And he's in the white suit.
He's caked up.
Iconic.
It's wonderful. And when that first showed up, I was oh, we're doing this now. We're doing dream sequence Fisk. I'm not sure about this, but by the end, I loved it.
I do like it.
There's only one way to stop me, but you won't do it. And he's yelling. He's just yelling.
I would just like to know if Matt is talking in real life, though.
Me too.
Because that changes a lot of things for me. And sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. When a person's gone mad.
Yeah.
But no, I like him doing his thing because well, what are you gonna do, Matt? Are you gonna try to get to the top and kill me? What are you gonna do?
But that's great because Fisk is I assume it's just representing his inner things or whatever. But this is so this is so above and beyond what you have to do. This is so great having him be out of focus and just back there and showing up and having him in his head do something and then Fisk be yes, but then what? What are you gonna do? And all that stuff. I'm whatever. I'll kill it. Or you killed everyone. They're all dead because of you. Elektra, Stick. They're all dead. Your father.
And
then he's shut up and has to and then gets him to go away. And
wouldn't that be ironic? What if I am able to save more people than you ever were?
I was more valuable to the city. Yeah, and fucking Vincent D'Onofrio. I go back and forth.
He's really good.
I feel his performance feels weird to me, but that's what makes it in a way.
I think it's really good. It's not the Kingpin that I'm I would have expected to come into it liking, but I do it. It's a real portrayal of a larger than life character.
Yeah.
And the way the inflection he's added on how he's speaking, it just really lends a lot to a good character.
It's really good. Something about it comes off to me as being a little goofy, but that's working for me in a way. Not that it's goofy overall, but you don't choose. He's not putting on a persona. That's just what his character is. Mm-hmm. Right? So it's villains keep getting lucky and having these awesome raspy voices that sound awesome or whatever the fuck, right? But he just has this delivery and talks the way he and just does his fucking thing.
And you're slow, just poised.
He's thinking about what he's saying. He's fighting back rage and trying to deal with his shit. He's staring at the wall and on the verge of tears and all that shit. It clicks back to that you sit here, you look at the wall, you think about what kind of man you want to be. My stuttering problem always comes up when I'm trying to do fucking scenes from things. But all that shit, he's playing an actual character. It's consistent. I love it. It's the whole thing.
No, it was nice.
I love him talking to Poindexter, which will backfill more.
I hate that his name is Poindexter.
Well, they call him Dex, and the whole time, because I have subtitles on, so I can see that that it's Dex, and I'm Dex, interesting, weird name for dude, but it's Poindexter or whatever. I'm wow, that's fucking hilarious. Is this a comic book thing? We don't know, right? I don't know.
I never read of anything with Dex in it before, but it's certainly possible. I did like him being this stalker character that's also just this maverick of killing.
So that whole thing. So he's talking to Fisk and he's I haven't seen someone with such talent or whatever. And then he's we're done here and all that stuff. And I'm oh, and then he goes,
takes his food.
Yeah, right. Mean.
What was that, sushi? It was in a weird little bento box.
Oh, it looked like dog shit, horrible, meal thing. Was it super fancy thing? Or
I thought it was fancy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I pictured they get bullshit McDonald's and he gets food from the kitchen at that 5-star hotel.
Okay, I thought it was something else where it was shitty or whatever, but I couldn't make out what was happening there.
Same here. Just could see the slits of the boxes in that type of a tray thing.
it had like a Trey shitty look to me, so I just assumed it was shit. But regardless, he's talking to him, trying to like recruit him almost or whatever. Yeah. And then you find out, like you're saying at the end, so when he was talking to like the therapist, and he's like, "Well, this is how I deal with stuff."
I knew that was a lie
instantly, right? I wrote down in my notes, "Julie, dinner most nights. This is not real," or something like that.
I pictured a little more lighthearted though. I was like, Julie's gonna be like a dog or something. Like, yeah. And I was like, oh no, it's a real girl. He's stalking her.
Well, and he said she was a bartender. So I was like trying to work out like well, he goes to the bar and he probably doesn't even talk to her or some shit like that or something. But no, he's in the car and like such layers of creepiness. He watches her. He's got the spyglass. Once she starts, once she gets her pizza and starts eating, he's got the same type of pizza and he's eating it like with her. And then
reminds me a lot of that Punisher bad guy. What was his name? Like Bobby or Billy or
Billy.
Billy.
I'll say I already forget everything about that. It's not good, but yes, no, he's got that calculated, sleazy fucking thing. I'm into it. I think I have to see how this pans out or whatever. But
yeah, no,
he used to be a sniper. He says
a lot of potential.
He's definitely going to present a challenge for our still recovering.
Is he even still recovering anymore? I feel like at this point he seems like he is 100%.
They've magically made it that he's not, but
because his hearing being back,
yeah,
is huge, and like we've not mentioned his hip or his knee or whatever since, so that's probably cured by deafness too. And then
so I feel like they're like magically saying that everything's fine again, but that when it's convenient, he's gonna be like, I've lost a step, I'm not quite back to myself yet or whatever.
Gotta spill some chemicals in his eyes one more time.
Just spill some chemicals on his hip. Now he's the immortal Iron Hip. No, so speaking of back to himself, something I just said, he goes to Foggy. He actually talks to him. Holy shit.
It didn't make any sense to me why he would even do this.
It's weird.
Because it didn't serve any purpose other than making him look like a jerk.
He talks to him as if he was possessed by an alien and doesn't actually know Foggy and is just saying this to get Foggy off of his back, but he's not on his back.
Foggy wasn't on his back.
That's the whole thing. Like, it makes no sense whatsoever. I know, right?
I didn't like that. And and tell Karen too. I'm like, what? Go to hell.
How is she going to react to that, right?
No, so knowing he's alive and he's only going to be the devil now and he's not going to be mad at all.
And like just confirming that, right? That's crazy, right?
Yes.
You could have just like Daredevil wears a mask. They could have just been like he could have just done Daredevil stuff and they would have thought it was him, but he never had to come back. Now he's confirmed that he's alive. So now when they see Daredevil, they'll be like, "Oh, oh shit. It's actually Matt or whatever, right?"
Well, like I'm sure he'll what do you think Karen's gonna give him his costume? Like, well, the costume wasn't in the
costume's
box.
missing.
Where is the costume?
That's another crazy element of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so now someone There was a fucking stupid trailer thing that I saw that fucking spoiled me. There's someone else wearing the Daredevil suit. So Daredevil is gonna come back. He's gonna do some whack shit. Foggy's gonna try to find him and be like, "Yo, you said you were just gonna be the Daredevil, but this is crazy." And he's like, "Foggy, that wasn't me." And he's like, "What are you talking about? He was wearing the suit. I don't have the suit, Foggy." And he's like, "What do you mean you don't have the suit? Where do you live in like a weird monastery in the middle of Hell's Kitchen?"
Interesting.
I don't know.
All right. So what else happened in this episode? So Karen's on to the Fisk is out. The world is protesting. Do you find it a little goofy? Why would he be put up in this 5-star hotel?
Well, so from the start, I was hoping that this was all like a ploy by him. I guess it's not or whatever. I like that Karen has found out that so that hotel, since it is owned by a series of shell corporations,
agreed.
Right? It probably has a deal with the justice system of being a safe house or something like that. And
why would a hotel ever be a safe house, though?
I don't know.
What could be the worst? What's worse than anybody that has a room key can be in this place, of course. They can get within 20 feet of you without any reasonable expectation of privacy because they're just the floor underneath you or this, that, another thing. Yeah. Put them in a house in the middle of nowhere.
Right. I think that the argument would be that you can do security in a place that's managed like that. I understand that doesn't make sense at the end of the day.
Especially when it's public knowledge. If it weren't public knowledge, maybe then it would make sense.
And I don't think that it was supposed to be public knowledge and it got leaked because of the shitstorm and all that stuff.
Maybe.
So like that, it's
what hotel wouldn't you take a big hit? Like people wouldn't want to go there anymore.
Matt walks by people who are like, I want to check out, I want a refund, fuck you, do you know who I am, right? That's meant, I think, to imply that like there's protesters outside. Even just having protesters outside, people are like, I don't like this, I'm not staying
here. So I
can't
imagine any hotel wanting to do this.
No, right? So my only, and I don't know how they're going to do it if they're going to do it, but my only hope is that this is all part of some crazy, because that's what Karen's thing is like meant to imply, right? That there's something going on here.
No, yeah.
But he, you know, the cover story, the A story, I'm doing this for Vanessa or whatever, is like, kind of makes sense, it's fine.
Yeah, and I forget, they went over how much funds he had left.
Oh,
how can she be traveling from like country to country, repeatedly staying in she's just 3 bodyguards that keep her off the grid for 3 days at a time? And
I don't
know. What? How much money are you putting over there?
I don't know how much money he has, or if she's spending his money, or if she has money, or what's happening.
I remember the lawyer saying something like, you have just enough for blah, blah. Oh, that won't be enough for this. Just put it all into protecting her. Like, I remember it was like a couple million maybe.
There you go. Yeah. That was in season 1? At the end of season 1, or beginning of season 2?
That would have, now it's all a blur.
That?
Yeah. Yeah.
I do remember what you're talking about, though. I just forget the numbers and all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't recall the numbers at all, but I remember it being a number. I'm like, oh, that's not even that crazy much for what you are.
Yeah, you would have thought, like, step up the the amount. Or
exactly.
I liked Foggy being like, tag me in. I'm going to help you with this Fisk problem. And he's like, if you don't leave, I'm going to call security. All that stuff. Yeah. Like, dumb shit like that is good. That's before he meets Daredevil, though, and the whole thing goes to shit.
Sure. Karen gets set up on a date.
I was just going to say that. I like that whole thing. It's a blind date, and then she goes back, though, and talks to the guy more. I think you're absolutely. Since you called it out, I've been eyeballing that editor guy or something.
He's the best on the show.
Trying to figure out. I think what the thing about him is that he seems like he's from a different show. I don't know if I said that last time.
I don't think so. What do you mean by that?
He feels like he's on a like hard-hitting, like hand shot drama of like journalism and news stuff or whatever. But everyone else is acting like they're in like a pulpy superhero. Like,
yeah, he's a notch above.
Like the way they deliver their dialogue sounds like they're on a show. And he's like, Karen, and he's like making faces, and he's like, no, do this, do that. He's like, sounds like he's just naturally, when he like, when like the guy asks like a question where he fumbles it, and like the answer's not good because like the person's dead or whatever.
Yeah. And do you have any brothers and sisters?
And
wine? You want some more wine?
And he does do you want some more wine? The way he plays that off, and he's like in the shot and not in focus, and it does the thing, and he's like trying to cut into it, but it doesn't quite work. Like he's very good.
He's a great actor.
I do agree. Like I don't know how much he would have stood out to me because I expect people to be good or something.
But not a lot of people around him are.
It's the contrast, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I like Karen, and I thought she was really good, but she's usually not that great. She's just doing whatever, right? Mm-hmm. When she's like Frank and all that stuff in like season 2 and all those businesses, I really liked that stuff. But I didn't like anyway. Nothing special otherwise.
Is there anything else happening in this episode?
I will consult the notes.
Nothing is jumping out at me, and I really did enjoy this episode.
Yeah.
Like, it came together nicely. I like the inner turmoil of the Matt's character. I just hate it when he's actually Matt's character. You know what I mean? Like while he's Devil walking around as in plain clothes, being Matt, having this mental argument with Fisk, like that's all great. And then like when he's fighting, that's great. But when he's with Foggy, like actually
yeah,
doing his thing, I was like, this seems very forced and weird. Like, it doesn't seem like a natural interaction.
So it's sort of interesting because I wonder if this even, like, I feel the same way, and I think that's kind of what, because he says at one point, like, what are we supposed to do? Am I supposed to go back to like the little law firm? Like, no, like it's not gonna, like it's part of like that shit's all over. He's not gonna be that guy anymore or be in that zone anymore with those people or whatever. I just wish they had a better way of handling all that.
And presumably it was all just so he could steal his wallet? Like,
why did he steal his wallet? Did I miss
something? He needed
something?
his bar card for something?
For something?
I don't know what for. Like, if they set that up, I didn't pick it up.
No, I did not get that either, but yes, he just wanted to steal his wallet. Yeah, I remember
My
that
only
part,
thought is that he's going to now go back and say, I'm Fisk's lawyer and show that card, but I don't know, like, why would that, like...
That wouldn't help you.
Like, could he not just go to, like, the law... whatever, and go, I lost my wallet, can you give me a new card? He is a fucking lawyer.
I know.
And it would actually say his name. Like,
I'm not sure why he stole his wallet, but he was definitely very happy to see the Bar Association card.
There was a good amount of money in there, too. I'm just saying.
There was a fat wad in there, yes, which I definitely was like, wow. Foggy's rolling.
He is. He saw the apartment
with some
beautiful.
cash there. Oh yeah, no, and he's having nightmares. Like Foggy's getting filled out a little bit. I like
yeah,
what
did she say? Like, was it the laughing Matt or the crying Matt or whatever?
Yeah, he was like Matt's body, and she's like, oh, honey, you should talk to someone.
Yeah,
all that's good. That's all good. That's all fine. But I totally agree with you. I liked Matt's infiltration, and the guy's like, "Can I have like a BCU?" And he just grabs some shit, and he's like, "Bro, I said a BCU," and the guy is just fucking off.
Yeah,
like the infiltration shit, I like a lot. It felt really cool. Felt like the Punisher. Felt like a different vibe.
I like that he didn't when he went to get up the elevator and the FBI superstar guy stopped him. Yeah. I like that he didn't play up I'm blind.
Yes.
Like, he wasn't like oh I lost my I seem to have lost my thing. Can you help me to the front desk?
Yeah.
But no, he says I left it in my car.
And that was a good interaction. I like cutting to both of their faces and the mannerisms and how that guy was. He like wrote up on his thing to like respond or like gun or whatever. I was like, all right, this is good shit.
Yeah, it left us a lot of fun stuff for the next episode potentially.
No,
we'll
show's
see
chugging
how
along.
Things open up.
This is all fucking solid. Something else. I don't know.
All right then. That's everything about this episode. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.